Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a get ready with me on this little summer dewy look. So if you guys are interested, then definitely keep on watching. And I'm also going to be talking with you guys about how I'm becoming a therapist and graduating next June, and on the MFT Marriage Family Therapist License tract, and just more information about my undergrad psychology experience going into my master's in psychology and marriage and family therapy, how to be a marriage and family therapist license, and questions like that I had. And I just want to share my experience and my background, educational background history with you guys, and hope that helps you guys. And obviously if you have more questions, then comment down below because I'd love to talk more with you guys about this. And yeah, if you guys are interested in this video and get ready with me, then yeah, let's keep on watching. Okay guys, I feel like it's been so long since I've done a proper get ready with me with you guys, so I'm really excited to be able to chat with you guys because I feel like a lot's been happening this summer and we're almost done with it, which is weird. It's basically August, and I think by the time you guys see this video it's almost gonna be September. So I've been on this channel for a long time, but and by a long time I mean 8 months, but I feel like you guys don't really know exactly what I'm doing, and I also think it's going to be informative because especially for people who are interested in doing this in the future, I feel like there's not a lot of content that I've been seeing out there, and I feel like this is a kind of informal way to talk about my experience going to be an MFT and everything like that. So if you guys are interested, then let's get into it. I guess I'll start off with my background and everything. So I took an AP psychology course in high school. I fell in love with it. I initially was gonna go medical route, maybe psychiatry, something like that, but COVID happened, and I don't know, I just sort of went into the idea of, no, I actually really like psychology. I want to do something I love, and that's helping people in this sort of way. In undergrad, I switched my major from biochem to psychology, and from there I just took a bunch of psychology classes, which if you take an undergrad in psychology, you know, it's basically a lot of statistical and more of a clinical setting than I would say a counseling setting. So I really had no knowledge my final year when I was applying to programs or what I wanted to do with psychology. I live in California, so I applied to schools just in California. I applied to PhD programs because I saw they only needed bachelors, and I also applied to regular counseling programs. This was actually the school and program that I'm in right now is actually the first school that reached back out to me and accepted me. But they gave me a week. They're like, if you don't want it, we'll give it to someone else, which really was a very stressful week for me because I was like, what do I do? Do I wait out for the other schools, which the other schools were PhDs, so really low chances, or do I just go for it with this school, which is one of my top choices at the moment? And yeah, so I accepted it. I got in for their MFT LPCC tract, which is basically marriage family therapist license / licensed private, licensed practitioner, counselor type of thing. Honestly, I don't know the difference that much, but I know that I guess with LPCC license you could also work out of state a lot easier, I guess, but MFT is only for California. They sort of said after you don't need both, just do MFT, and I was like, oh, okay, sure. So I just did MFT. I switched to that. At first I switched into just applied psychology because I was like, oh, I need to get my PhD anyway, so I'm just gonna do a 1-year master's program and then apply for a PhD again. But then I started taking classes and I really fell in love with the idea of counseling even more, and I was like, no, I don't think I want to get my PhD just yet because it's another 7 years, 7-8 years. I think I want to do counseling and just continue on with this route, get my license in marriage and family therapist license. So I've been taking classes. I've taken literally almost all the classes in the program, so I feel like I've been getting a lot of good book knowledge, but I'm starting my internship in August. Basically it's a 3-year program because of doing the MFT license thing, because your final year, you're taking some classes, but you're also basically doing an internship to become an associate therapist, which you get that after you graduate, I'm pretty sure. And then once you graduate, you work towards getting your 3,000 hours to be able to then say that you can take the board to become an actual MFT therapist. So long ways away. I think this year, with the hours I'm working, I'll be like a quarter there, and then I'll have to obviously continue for another 1.5 to 2 years, depending on everything. And then I can take the board, become a marriage and family therapist license, and can basically like do what I want, open my private practice or be a full-time therapist. Yeah, that's basically everything. I applied for, I feel like I talked about it in one of my first videos where I talked about it, interviewing for them back in January, and then I got my top choice, and I'll be starting there working in the school districts, which is super exciting. But I'm really nervous because I've done a lot of book work, but it's going to be interesting to actually apply all this stuff in a clinical setting. Like, I'm literally going to be a therapist. So crazy to say that out loud, literally crazy. But yeah, so I'm going into my final year. I'm going to be starting my internship, and I have only like 6 classes left. Actually no, I have 9 units. Yeah, I have 6 classes. I have like 7 classes left, and so I'm basically at the tail end of it, and 3 of those classes are basically like supervision hours, which you'll be doing a lot during your training. You'll get supervision hours at the internship and supervision hours with your school, hopefully, if they offer that. I know some schools, they stop the 2nd year and you're just on your own to do your internship and figure that all out yourself. So I'm really thankful that my school has that incorporated in, because I'd be so lost without them. But basically with supervision hours, there's somebody who's gonna be, you either can like share your notes with them or have a video session, which the client will obviously all consent to, and they'll basically hear what you have to say at like dilemmas and like how you went about your therapy session, and they'll like consult you on that and stuff, which is going to be very helpful. And obviously there's different modalities of therapy too, so they'll give you the best advice on which modality to do. If you're interested in this field, don't be scared to like have more than one interest or switch your interests. Like, I went into the field loving working with children. I'm going to be working with children for my field, but I'm interested, after taking a few classes after I secured my place, on couples counseling and family therapy as well. Like, that interests me as well, or adult therapy as well, even group therapy. That sounds so interesting, which I know I could do with kids as well, so I'm excited about that. Don't be scared about not having everything figured out in the moment, and like, because I didn't know what I was doing when I went in my first year. I switched around my major 3 times, from LPCC MFT joint to just MFT to just the master's no MFT licensure to back to master's in MFT 3-year track. Like, so I guess to sum it up, I'm gonna be getting around 700 hours, I'd say, in this next year, because I'll be working part-time as I'm doing full-time school. And then from there I'll be an associate therapist because I'll have my master's, and then I continue working towards getting the 3,000 hours needed to then be able to take the Board of California exam for an MFT license. But you're not done there, because I think 2 years or every 6 years, maybe every 3 years, could be wrong, you have to take an ethics exam, and you have to take another class to basically continued education for your competency, which makes sense, but basically my education's never ending. But I think it'll be fun to see what's out there in like the next couple years, because I feel like modality is always changing, psychology is always evolving. Like, you know, we figure out more and more things every day, just like with every other science and social sciences. And yeah, I'm really excited. I think by the time you guys watch this video, I'll have my orientation done. I just think it's nervous to jump into it, but I know once I jump into it, I'm gonna be really excited to like work with children, obviously, but just like the thought of doing therapy is very intimidating at the moment on like real people. Like, that's just crazy to me that I'm at that point. And it doesn't help that I'm 23, so I literally have like imposter syndrome. I feel like I have to be like a 50-year-old person to be able to do therapy, but no, I'm like here and doing it. It's crazy to me. So yeah, I've been able to take a lot of classes. I really like my program. I really like my cohort because you sort of come in with the numbered set of people and you sort of see them in the different classes that you're taking repeatedly because you're on the same track, obviously, but you're not stuck in doing one class. Like, because I know some schools, they have the same exact schedule for the same exact cohort, but with this one it's nice because you have the freedom to pick like, oh, I'm doing this class this term and this class this term, these 3 classes this term, blah blah blah, but you end up running into the same few people every so often, which is nice and comforting. Yeah, I'm taking a few summer classes right now that have interested me. I'm taking a play therapy class, which if you guys are familiar with, it's kind of like doing play with kids, but everything has a symbolism, everything has a meaning. Like, it's so interesting, and it's something I'm interested in doing in the future with kids, and hopefully I'll be able to do that in my internship with the younger kids that I work with, because I'm working K through 12, or with in my own future, fingers crossed, private practice, because that'll be exciting to do. Yeah, that's like a basic understanding of my journey and my final year, starting soon in end of September. Yeah, obviously if you have any questions, I'd love to go more in depth, but I thought it's best to start out with like an intro of what I'm doing and then work our way from there, because I do want to in the future make a lot more therapy content. I don't know, I think therapy is so exciting to talk about. Obviously it's something I'm passionate about, and it's, I don't know, I think it's so informative. Like, growing up, psychology explains how you are in your brain, and you learn a lot about yourself from this program as well, which is so like impactful. Like, I feel like I've grown and changed a lot emotionally, and it's just so exciting to continue to see that growth, obviously, as I'm more into the field and more working with people, seeing different problems and situations, and like figuring out more about different people from different cultures, backgrounds, everything. Like, it's just so exciting to me. I'm so excited. But yeah, this is the final makeup look. I'm about to go to have lunch with my grandma and then go to a family friend's lunch event. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this get ready with me. It felt nice to sit down and chat with you guys, because I feel like I've just done a bunch of vlogs recently. But hope you guys are enjoying both contents, and I'll see you guys for my video next week. Bye!